This is how it all started. From the furnace of the sun, a spark was flung into the darkness. It cooled and hardened, a jewel of stone and fire. Mercury. But no world remains empty for long. Every silence calls for a voice. Every crown awaits a head. And Mercury, young and restless, was destined for many rulers. One by one they rose. One by one they fell. And their stories linger still, burned into the skin of the planet, whispered through its silence, carried in its orbit forever. First came Kael, a child of flame, born from the first breath of Mercury. His wings blazed with molten fire, his eyes shone with the fury of the newborn sun. Kael struck the mountains, and they bent before him. He carved rivers of silver and gold with his hands. He was a creator, and his people, born of rock and ember, knelt and named him their father, their god. For a time, his reign was bright, but in brightness, shadows of hunger stir. Kael looked to the sun and saw not a master, but a rival. He vowed to rise to its side, to crown himself its equal. So he commanded his people to build a bridge of fire, stone fused with flames, a pathway from Mercury to the sun itself. Every prayer, every sacrifice, every breath was poured into its making. But the sun does not share its throne. As Kael climbed, the bridge trembled. As he reached out his burning hand, the fire turned against him. Wings turned to ash, voice to cinders. He fell, screaming, into the molten core. His crown sank into the planet's heart, buried but never lost. And so the first Lord was unmade, but Mercury remained, its throne waiting, its silence deepening. An age passed. Kael's fire dimmed, and silence spread like ash across the land. From another world, across the void, came Selera, exiled, broken, in shadows. She found her refuge where the sun never touched, in Mercury's eternal twilight. There she listened, and the shadows whispered back. They taught her the language of secrets, the weight of fear, the way a whisper can carve deeper than a blade. Selera rose not with fire, nor with strength, but with silence. A single word from her lips could unmake a king. Dreams bent to her will. Armies laid down their swords, believing they faced horrors unseen. She wrapped the world in illusions, and her court was one of shadows. Her throne, an obsidian seat in a place of dread. She was the whisperer, the queen of fear, and Mercury bowed without battle. But whispers grow heavy, lies fold in on themselves. Selera tried to master every voice, to silence every doubt, to weave a net of whispers so tight No truth could escape. Yet the shadows she commanded were endless, and in time, they turned on her. Her voice fractured, her power devoured her tongue. When she opened her mouth, there was nothing. Her throne crumbled in silence. Her name faded into the void, and Mercury endured, its crown still waiting, its hunger unfulfilled.
Welcome all of my creations. You are all my thoughts and my emotions. I hope you are enjoying these lessons from our timeless celestial files. The audio and visuals have been translated to Earthling English for your educational purposes and pleasure. Be wise, follow the journey, and learn the truth. Subscribe, like, and spread the word as the saga continues in the LORDS of Mercury.